So why is health and fitness important to you?
You know what? I actually like working out. I do. I really like working out. It makes me happy. And so I was just enjoying it. I enjoy looking good. I enjoy looking good in the mirror. I enjoy what the body that God has given me. And I see it as we have one temple, take care of it. And so if I was going to take care of it, then how can I do that? I feel like everybody in their life should take on something different, something they've never done before. And that was for me. I was like, all right, I see these bodybuilders. Okay, I see these, people working out. I can do that. Because, anything that somebody can do, I can do 10 times better. It just might take me a little practice.
Welcome, everyone, to the Simple Conversations podcast show. I am your host, Daniel Ballwager. I tell you what, every time I come in this space, it is so much fun. I really enjoy being here, being able to be with my friends, have a great time, have some really good conversations, and be able to chop it up. Anyone that is watching, please just share the link, subscribe, comment, whatever. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get right to it. I consider her one of the 3 F's: fit, feminine, and friendly. She is amazing. And let's just go down the list of all her accolades this far. She has her Master's of Professional Studies of Strategic Leadership at TSU, which is Tennessee State University. She has her MBA in Global Business at Georgia Tech, a professor at 2 top 10 HBCUs, a member of the National Coalition of the 100 Black Women of Metro Atlanta chapter, a nationally qualified women's bikini competitor. Also, she is a fur mom to Bella and Bailey and owns a small business for Bella and Bailey dog accessories. Everyone, I want to welcome Britt Williams. Britt, thank you so much for kicking it with me. I am so happy that you're here. You are the dopest woman I know right now that's in my life, and I'm just so grateful that you've been able to come.
Right now? Right now?
Okay, yeah, no, not right now. Forever. Yes, you are that woman. You are that person. You are the one that I actually look at and I'll be like, wow. I am just blown away by your smile, your looks, all of that. Oh, yes, please smile for the camera. I love it. But what I'm really interested in is your bodybuilding journey, because there's not really many Black women in your space.
Yeah.
And I just see the work that you put in and day out and what you're really a part of. When did you start your fitness journey, and when did you begin to say, like, you know what, I really want to start bodybuilding?
So, what's so funny? I've always thought that I was active, right? So there's different levels of working out in the gym, being active. And I'm one of those individuals that I want to attain the highest level. So what is the highest level? For me, it was becoming a bodybuilder or becoming a professional athlete. In this ginger age, I can't become a professional athlete. So the next step was, all right, let me do this bodybuilding, because I was working out, and God is really funny. I was working out with this guy, and literally he was having me, this is even how I bought my house. I was working out. He would have me run from his gym all the way down to the Silver Comet Trail. And he was like, you know what, Britt, you really have a nice physique. I could see you doing bodybuilding. I said, really? So I went through his Instagram followers, and he was following a trainer. She's a coach. Shout out to Kay. And he was following her, and he was like, yeah, she's really good. He signed off on her. And I was looking for a woman coach specifically. And I believe in buying Black, spending Black, putting my money in the Black economy. So I said, all right, and she's Black, and she's a woman, and she's one. So, okay, this is my lady. So we got there, and next thing you know, it's just rolling on. But I just wanted to be the best. And for me, being the best was, let's try this bodybuilding. You only live once. Let's try it. Let's see what it brings.
So why is health and fitness important to you?
You know what? I actually like working out. I do. I really like working out. It makes me happy. And so I was just enjoying it. I enjoy looking good. I enjoy looking good in the mirror. I enjoy what the body that God has given me. And I see it as we have one temple, take care of it. And so if I was going to take care of it, then how can I do that? I feel like everybody in their life should take on something different, something they've never done before. And that was for me. I was like, all right, I see these bodybuilders. Okay, I see these, people working out. I can do that. Because, anything that somebody can do, I can do 10 times better. It just might take me a little practice.
Well, how do you feel? Well, I was going to say, how do you feel about black women, and should they take not necessarily bodybuilding, but their health? Is that something that they should be able to take seriously?
Every person on this earth should take your health seriously. This is imperative. It is paramount. Yes. So the answer to your question is yes. As a woman of color, as a black woman, we have to deal with so much. And health is not just working out. So you can have mental health. You need to be spiritually healthy, physically healthy, emotionally stable, healthy. There's so many varieties, and you have to find what works for you. What is your target? What makes you feel good inside? Because I can't come out here and say, oh, go be a bodybuilder. It's going to make you feel great. You're going to feel better. You're going to do this. Not necessarily, because there are different strokes for different folks. And so you have to find what fits for you. And some women, they do good at yoga, Pilates, whatever. Do it. Get outside, run, meditation, do some grounding work. If you're not familiar with grounding, it's, you don't have your shoes on and you connect with nature and you go and you put your feet on the ground and you just connect and just take some time. There's so many varieties. And for me, health goes beyond just working out in the gym. It is a whole list of things. You know what I'm saying? And let's say you're not even a gym person. We're talking about eating healthy. We're talking about really taking the time to have your protein, to have your vegetable, to have your carbs, to drink a gallon of water a day. We're talking about really, really being healthy, because people really fail to realize working out is about 30%. 70% of this is eating healthy. Mm-hmm. So that's my big thing. Eat healthy. If you don't want to go to the gym and lift, fine, girl, don't go. Do Pilates, walk, do something, but eat healthy.
So what point in your life did you actually take it seriously and say, you know what, I'm so good at this, I can actually compete?
Oh, since day one. I am a Virgo, and like the very, very type of Virgo. Since day one, I took it seriously, because for me, this is an expensive sport. And some people call it expensive hobby, right? Because I don't make money off of this. You start to make money when you become a pro, when you are sponsors, when you have sponsors and things of that nature, when you win the Olympia title, when you win the Arnold, things of that caliber, then you start to see the money. And so until I go pro, I don't see a check. I am doing this for the love of the sport, for just being fit, just because I want to attain to that, right? So you have to start. So just background, you have to start for bodybuilding. You do local shows. Then after a local show, then you go to national shows. Then after a national show, then you go to pro shows. Then once you get to the pro stage, you can shoot for the Olympia, the Arnolds, and all those top tier shows. And so if anybody's watching and they want to be, as of yet, we have not had a black woman win the Olympia title. Really? And we are in 2023.
Wow. 2023, and no black woman has ever won.
As of yet.
Okay.
We're coming. This question is when, but as of yet, no. So there are stages to it, and this is a very political, it's a very Caucasian sport. You have to just call things as they are. And so anytime you step on that stage, you want to be undeniable. You want to know that you did your cardio. If you have to get up at 3 a.m, and so many people say, oh, Britt, I work a full-time job. Me too, sis. Oh, Britt, I have a love life. Me too, sis. Oh, Britt, I got kids. My teammates have kids. I have a teammate. She's a flight attendant. Like, I feel like there's no reason to build an excuse on why you can't do something, because if you want it, you're going to get it.
Okay, but can you speak on the discipline and the routine that really goes into something? Because this doesn't come out of nowhere, right?
No.
So if you're deciding to make this choice and say, I want to take it to another level, what does it take to actually be at that point where, you know what, I could go on that stage and I can compete with other people and be number one?
You have to be willing to fail a lot. You really will. I'll give you my story. So, Kay is my coach. I love her to death, and she's very authentic. And so I thought I was ready. She was like, "No, you're not ready." I was like, "No, yeah, I'm ready." She was like, "No, mm-mm." I was livid because the idea of someone saying, "Britt, your body's not good enough," which is what you want someone to tell you. You don't want a coach to take your money and say, "Yeah, go get on that stage," because that's what you want. You're training for an ego purpose, not for like drive and to make sure your muscle, you're leaned out. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "No, you're not ready." I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's very interesting because it's like once you get past the ego and then now you're having to deal with your body and saying, this is where I'm at, what I'm weak at, how do I strengthen this, and really reaching your full potential.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how do you get past your ego?
It's a choice. And I made that choice. It is truly a choice because we are human beings. Everybody has an ego. Everyone thinks that they're the best. We all think that we're better than what we are. It's just natural and it's just human nature. However, in this sport, you're dealing with individuals who all feel that they're great, who are in the gym right next to you. And so, with my trainer, Mr. Will, he's always like, "Britt, just do 12. And in my mind, if it's 12, I'm doing 15. Because there's somebody out there doing 20. And so I'm like, and I have to keep in mind, I'm still young, very, very young. But
Yes. Yes, you are young. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
And so with my youngness, I have to go harder, right? Because my body is not able to just jump out there, just flip and switch. I have to be dedicated. I have to really, really say, this is something that I want, and I'm willing to go 1,000,000 miles an hour to get it. And you have to let that ego go, because if that's what you're using as your metric of, oh, I'm ready to be on the stage versus listening to your coach, listening to your trainer who have been in this space for years, then you're wasting your money. This is not an ego sport. This is a sport of, do I look good? Please tell me what you think. What do I need to tweak? This is a sport of, you have to look at your genetics. Some people have good upper body. Some people have good legs. Some people have good glutes. This is nothing in life is fair in the sense of like the body proportions, right? So, but in the sense of it kind of is fair because you might have a good upper body and then the other girl might have a bad lower body. Not bad, but not as good lower body. So she has to work 10 times as hard to get her lean muscle. And then with your good upper body, you're doing a couple, just doing whatever, leaning out, eating your veggies, sticking to your meal plan. Next thing you know, you're just muscles popping out everywhere.
But you actually mentioned that you had a coach, and then are you a part of a team? Is there something that you have going on where it's like, all right, hey, we're doing what we can to strengthen our weaknesses and doing it all in the same space? And how is that dynamic? And also at the same time, in this bodybuilding world, when it comes to being a Black woman, are there other teams where, hey, there's other Black women around?
Yes. So there are other Black women. There are. And my team is there. Okay. This is a good question. So
Yes,
I want to make sure that I'm answering this correctly.
Okay.
So yes, there are other Black women. However, my team is predominantly Black, and I like it like that.
Okay.
Because we understand each other. We're diverse, of course. We have everybody on there, but we're predominantly Black. My coach is Black, and that's important because she's able to understand what it is to be in a Caucasian sport. She's done it herself.
Interesting. So you're telling me when it comes to women bodybuilding, it's predominantly Caucasian?
The entire space is predominantly Caucasian. And it's really interesting because when an individual is tanned, you can see more of their muscles. And so if you see, like if you watch or ever go to a show, if you haven't been to a bodybuilding competition, go, because you will come out energized. It will be such a rush of like, wow. And especially when you see older individuals like 60s and 50s, and they're dedicated. Nonetheless, I'm digressing. Yes, you'll see that they have to tan their bodies. And you tan your body because you want to be able to see the muscle definition better, especially with the stage lights and things like that. You want to be able to see everything. You've worked so hard for this. You want to have a proper tan. You want them to see all your structure, vascularity. You want everything to be on display. So tanning, tanning is important.
Yes. If I could be tan as possible. Wait, never mind. I'm dark. Never mind. So it's all good.
But no,
and I love being dark. But yes,
yeah,
I mean, everybody's trying to be like me. I get it. I mean, look at my beautiful skin. It's amazing, right?
I'm telling you, melanin, everybody wants some of that,
You know what I'm saying?
They call you lover boy.
No, they don't. They don't call me out here. I am a good, respectable man. Thank you very much. But at the same time, it's like, even for myself, I never really went the bodybuilding journey, but being an athlete my whole life and just being in the gym and being the best version of yourself and putting the time in, that is something that I could relate to in this space, because it is a competition. This is something that is really tough, that you're putting the work in, your discipline, you're waking up early, day in and day out, you're working with other people that are continuing to push you. And then on the same time, your competition is the stage.
Yeah.
So
it's always you against you. It's not other people, because you don't know who's showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people miss it. They're like, oh, I think so-and-so is going to be there. Because you don't know what so-and-so has going on in their life. You don't know if they've been doing their cardio. You don't know if they had cheat meals. All you know is about what you are doing, what you have going on. Did you get up in the morning and do your fasted cardio? Did you follow your meal plan? Did you listen to your coach? Did you put the extra reps in?
So when it comes to your coaching, what kind of coaches? I mean, I know you mentioned a little bit of them earlier. You said Mr. Will and also Kay. Mm-hmm. Are those Black coaches?
Yes. Okay. Yes, they are. But it doesn't necessarily have to be Black coaches. You just want a coach that's knowledgeable. And it's more so for fit. Different strokes for different folks. Again, you want to find someone that fits for you, your personality, what you have going on, your schedule, your training schedule, because a lot of people work, right? So how do you fit going to the gym 5 times, 6 times a week, still doing cardio in the morning, in the evening, and training? Because people have lives. And so how do you structure all of that around still eating 5 meals a day? You know what I'm saying? And so you just have to find a coach that you guys are in alignment. I really believe in being in alignment. And I'm in alignment with Kay. I'm in alignment with Mr. Will. Like, they see the vision. They understand my work ethic. And they're able sometimes to pull me back, because I get stressed when I feel like I'm not the best. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, oh my God.
Okay, but you talk about stress, but like, and being the best, how does that work in a team environment?
This sport is not necessarily a team-driven sport. Okay. Yes, we have a team where we work out together, where we give each other support. If someone needs a tan, one of my sisters can come give me a tan. If someone needs a bikini, they can lend a bikini. We have someone on the team, and she's really good. Her name's Derry, and she does sewing. She makes bikini competition suits, and so she's really good at that. We have Mishka. She's good at posing, and so that's what the team is for, where you're able to not have to go out of house. You stay in house and get everything that you need within each other.